Hey, what's up everybody? This is Meyer, and in this quick video what I want to do is show you how you can overcome writer's block by taking chords from a really unlikely source. So of course you guys know if you're struggling to find a melody, it's easy to find a chord progression or make one and start writing your melody, but what if you just don't have any good ideas? Well, the first thing you do as always is pick a sound that you find inspiring. I'm going to pick one of my favorite plucks. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to just find a song. And this is actually going to be like a rock song that I find interesting, or I think the chords are interesting. There are a lot of songs you can choose from. If you listen to a lot of different genres of music, this is where it's really cool, where you can get different ideas from different genres. Classical is great, but one of the cool things about rock and alternative is you can find chord tabs online. So let's just say I put in Hawthorne Heights, Dead in the Water, and what you want to do is put in chords, and you can find a lot of these tabs online. I'm just going to click this first one, and you can see it'll tell you the key, it'll tell you the tuning, it'll tell you all this stuff. It says this key is an F major. We'll see. I'm thinking of the song right now. I'd play it for you guys, but I'd probably get copyrighted. So check it out if you're not sure what this song sounds like. But looking here at the intro and everything, I see it starts on D minor, which is the relative minor of F. So even though it says F major, it's probably actually in the relative minor. And what you want to look for is the chorus. The verses are fine. You can find some interesting stuff. Same with the refrain, but the chorus is usually where it's interesting. And what this is saying is the chords go like this. It goes D minor, F, and if there's a little M, that means it's a minor chord. If there's not one, that means it's probably a major chord, and it may tell you if it's a seventh. Now, granted, this is alternative, this is rock, so these are probably power chords. So what you play those is, and you don't have to do this, but you can play it by playing the root note. So in the case of D minor, you're going to play the D, going to play the A, and I'm going to play the D an octave above. Now, I'm not actually going to play it that way, but the way this melody actually goes is it goes like this. Let me open this up a little bit. Back to the F, to the B flat, then to the A, back to the D, F, then to the C, and then back to the D minor where it stays. So basically you can use that as a good starting point to create your track. So maybe what helps is just tabbing in the bass note, and you kind of have to know how this goes if your song's in 4/4 time, how to write it out. But basically it goes boom for 4 bars, another D for 4 bars, then to the F, then it goes to the B flat, or A sharp. In this case, it'll be B flat because it is in F major or D minor. Then it's going to go to the G, and then the A. Now the way this works, the turnaround works, is it actually, both of these take 2 bars, and then we're going to go which is the 5th, and this is a really interesting chord here. It's the 5th of D minor, and you can actually play it as a major chord, even though it's not in key. So you can hear me play it when I do it. Then it repeats, but the only difference is the second time, instead of going to the A, it actually goes to the C, which is a very similar chord, except it's a major chord that shares 2 of the notes. So rather than the C, or rather than that, it's going to go up there. And the way that this original song sounds, it really rides on this low D, and then it changes these chords up and down, but it always comes back. So this is probably the lowest note. So let's just go ahead and try improvising over this. And at this point, once you've written this in, if you have trouble improvising in whatever key it's in, feel free to shift it to a key that you know. In my case, A minor might be a good choice, or C major. but I'm actually gonna keep it here because this is a pretty easy key to play and you only have one flat, which is the B flat. So let's just try playing. So from here you can start to have some fun with it if we just use the same progression. Or and I actually like the way that's going. So we can try just recording that. So. And what I need to do is enable overdub, so it's actually playing these bottom notes. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is quantize this. Actually, I have to select all and quantize. Boom. And from here we can just start fixing things. I want these all pretty short. So I'm going to just do is select all these long ones and we're just going to see what this sounds like. And from here we can just take this and we can take these bass notes and just find some rhythm that works. Maybe I'll do something with this. And once I find a rhythm I like, I'll just replace these. What I'm trying to do, as usual, is fill in the gaps, and I'm also alternating whether it's going up or down. That sounds pretty good. I'm gonna go up to the F. Now the way, okay, this is where, actually, this is where I want it. So that's what I'm gonna do is just find all these notes transpose them down, and just drag these along. So if we remember, the way the chord progression went was D, G, B flat, then it went down to the G, then up to the A, then this whole part repeated, except the second time this goes to the C instead of the A, like that. So let's see what it sounds like. And this is wrong. This is actually going to the F. Knew something sounded off. From here you can have some fun with it. Maybe you decide this is too high, so you transpose it down a little bit, and you can try transposing these up, but then they're going to start overlapping. And maybe this one we want to go down. One of the things is I actually don't know what the notes are, so I'm going to transpose it back really quick. And maybe from here you decide to have some fun. So maybe what I would decide, perhaps, is rather than the G and the A here, I'd go up to the C in this first part. And And from there, you can decide if you want to move things around. But hopefully here you get the idea. I just decided to transpose the whole thing down half a semitone. And from there, you've basically created your own melody, just taking the general chord progression or the general idea from another song in a completely different genre and made something completely new and completely unique. Notice that this melody has nothing to do with the original. Go ahead and listen to it compared to the original. You would have no idea where this came from. And this is just a cool idea to spark your creativity if you're experiencing writer's block or not really sure where to go with the melody. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and check out some of my other videos. Peace.